Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Tajweed 101 Tuhfatul Atfaal. What are we going to learn in this class? We are going to learn the rules of Tajweed, the rules of Nun Sakina and Tanween, the rules of Mimil Mushaddadatain, Nun and Mimil Mushaddadatain. We are going to learn about Ahkamul Mim Sakina and Ahkamul Lami al wa Lami al Fi'l and Fil Mithlaini wal Mutaqaribaini wal Mutajanisain and so on. Inshallah, in the class I am going to explain what each meanings or each chapter means. Now the question comes, I don't know the Arabic language. How can I benefit from this class? Inshallah, in each line that you memorize, I am going to explain to you in class what do each line means. For example, the first line says, يَقُولُ رَاجِي رَحْمَةِ الْغَفُورِ دَوْمًا سُلَيْمَانُ هُوَ الْجَمْزُورِ. And then I am going to explain. Yaqulu means he says. Raji means the one who hopes. Rahmah means mercy, and Ghafur means the one who forgives. And then Dawman means Da'iman, always. And Sulaiman is the author of the poem Tuhfatul Atfaal, and Huwa means he. And Jamzur is a town from where Imam al-Jamzuri came, and so on. So each line I will memorize. Another example is Imam al-Jamzuri says, فَالْأَوَّلُ الْإِظْهَارُ قَبْلَ أَحْرُفِ لِلْحَلْقِ سِتٌّ رُتِّبَتْ فَلْتَعْرِفِ هَمْزٌ فَهَاءٌ ثُمَّ عَيْنٌ حَاءٌ muhmalatani thumma ghaynun kha'u. So he says that in the rules of Nun Sakina and Tanween there are 4 rules, and the first rule is Izhar. So he says fal awwalul izharu qabla ahrufi. So the first rule is Izhar before the letters. Lil halqi sittun. So halq is mean throat, and there are 6 letters in the throat that are izhar. Fal ta'rifi means so know them. Then he says hamzun, the first letter of izhar is hamza. Faha'un, ha. Thumma aynun, ayn, third letter ayn. Thumma ghaynun, hamzun faha'un thumma aynun ha'u. Then ha, the fourth letter of izhar is ha. Then he says muhmalatan. Muhmalatan means the letters that don't have dots in them. So ayn and ha does not have a dot on these letters. Then he says thumma ghaynun kha'u. The fifth letter of izhar is ghayn, and then sixth letter is kha, and so on. So I will explain to you each lines what do they mean, and eventually inshallah you will memorize. So this class is mandatory for anyone who wants to take this class, that they memorize the poem, and inshallah by the end of the class you will be able to understand the meanings of each of the lines and understand the explanation. What does each line mean? And by the end of the class, you will be able to identify in the Quran which words are izhar, idgham, iqlab, ikhfa, what letters are ash-shamsiyya, what words are al-qamariyya, and what words are mad muttasil, what are mad munfasil, what is mad lazim, and how long should the mad be for alif, lam, mim, and so on. the prerequisite for this class is that you should be able to read the Arabic letters or Arabic words or the Quran fluently. If you are having trouble reading the Quran, then this class is not for you, because if you stutter when you read the Arabic letters or the Quran, you will find it difficult to memorize the poem. Also, this class is for those who are 13 years and above, and it's also for both for brothers and sisters. And this is the first poem for anyone that wants to master Tajweed and later on Qira'at. So usually students start memorizing Tuhfatul Atfaal. That's why this class is called Tajweed 101. And inshallah in the next class, Tajweed 1 or 2, we will memorize and study Al-Jazariya. That's the next step after Tuhfatul Atfaal. And then later on, once you master Tuhfatul Atfaal and Jazariya, then if you want to learn Qira'at, then you can start memorizing Ash-Shatibiyya, then Ad-Durra, then At-Tayyibah. And if you want to master the Rasm, mean the drawing of the Quran, how do you write the Quran, then you will memorize a poem called Mawridul Dham'an, which is around 800 lines of poetry. Inshallah, I am hopeful by the end of this class you will be able to identify different rules of Tajweed, and you will be able to read the Quran much better than before you started to attend this class. وَجَزَاكُمُ اللَّهُ خَيْرًا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.